Sometimes you have to go 6 months past your breaking point just to break through. And conveniently enough for you, that leads us to July. The second half of this year, it's a blank canvas. You don't have to start over, you just have to start today. And today I have two 4-letter words for you. Pick whichever one you'd like. You can either quit or you can rest. The choice is yours, but you cannot give up. Hi, I'm Angel, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, I make videos online for the girlies who are just trying to keep their head above water, okay? There's a lot going on right now. We're just trying to keep it right here, okay? And as always, if you've been here before, bitch, what the fuck is up? I hope everything is going good, and I've missed you. I hope you're well, really. Now listen, 7 is my lucky number, and here we are in the month of July, so it's time to turn it up a little bit. We're manifesting, we are overcoming our fears, and we're doing it together. Now, I've said it once, and I'll say it again, this is not a productivity boot camp. If that's what you're looking for, I'm the wrong girly, this is the wrong video. This video is your opportunity to reflect, reset, and be honest with yourself about the life you're living and the life you're living and the person you want to become. That's what I wanted to say. Throughout this video, I will be providing reflection topics and journal prompts for you to engage with this video and really dive into the person you want to become. These questions are designed to help you reconnect with yourself and guide you through the questions that are a little bit nasty and honestly awkward to navigate alone. Feel free to pause this video and take as long as you need, and I will be here with you whenever you're ready. Before we get into this video, I think it is so essential for me to just check in with you on an emotional level, not for the future person you want to become, not to manifest, just to see how you are doing. The human behind the screen, you. I'm talking to you directly. It's just me and you. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge that there is a lot of heavy and messy stuff happening in the world lately. So if you've been feeling a little down, a little numb, a little disconnected, and honestly over it these last few weeks, I am with you and I totally understand. And I'm not just talking about the Love Island USA producers because they are honestly on my last fucking nerve, but that's a conversation for another day. To everyone in the LGBTQ plus community, I hope you had the opportunity to celebrate Pride Month in peace and find joy. I just wanted to let you know that I see you, I hear you, and that I love you so much. If you or a loved one has been affected by the ICE mass deportations here in the United States, I am with you. It is honestly hard to really talk about. I've gone back and forth on if this is something that I wanted to address on my channel, but how could we even reflect on the last month if we weren't honest about the culture and the society that we're living in? I think as a creator, although a small one, I still have a community here online. The space that we've built here together is a safe space for all of you to show up as you are. As we reflect on June, I just want you to be kind to yourself because there are so many uncertainties in the world. And if you weren't the nicest to yourself in June, it's okay. Give yourself the grace. Don't come from a place of shame. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to support you through everything that you're going through. And I recognize that the world is heavy right now. I understand that this isn't what a lot of us voted for, but we move forward and we move forward together. All right. So before we jump into our July goal setting, we need to reflect on the month of June because without reflection, there is no growth. What? Without reflection, there is no growth. You heard it here first. Reflecting on last month allows us to be honest with ourselves about who we were and make the appropriate changes to who we want to become. I think we all learned a lot about who we are in the month of June. June was the first month that we really started taking our goals seriously. I think we started off the year with our 2025 goals and they kind of fell off. Let's just call a spade a spade. We kind of fell off the bandwagon and now we showed up for ourselves in June and we're following up with ourselves in July. So I have a couple of questions I want to ask you, some journal prompts for you to really just reflect and prepare yourself for what July is going to be. I feel like we can't start a new chapter without finishing the previous one, and that's what we're doing today. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to make a list of your wins and your losses for the month of June. Everything that went the way that you wanted to go, that's going to go in our wins column. Everything that was a little bit challenging, a little bit messy, didn't go the way that we wanted it to go, we're just going to put that over here in our losses column. Now, if you have more losses than wins, that is a red flag. You know why? Because you're talking down on yourself. You should always be able to find more ways that you showed up and showed out than ways that you failed. And I don't even like to use fail. Do you see how I use the word losses instead of failure? Because I knew you were sensitive. I knew you were going to get like this. And you need to stop. You need to start recognizing the woman that you are and giving her the credit for showing up every day. You showed up for yourself today. What decisions did you make in the month of June that your future self will be thankful for? What are those goals that you stayed consistent to, those habits you start to implement into your daily routine, that in 5 years, your future self, she will thank you for taking June 2025 seriously? For me, I actually did the things I said I was going to do. I feel like we get into this cycle of lying to ourselves first. We have to show up for ourselves in the ways that we say that we're going to. And if you keep lying to yourself and making goals and not completing them and showing a repetitive cycle of negativity and failure, what does that say about you? It shows that you can't even trust yourself. You can't even rely on yourself. How can you trust and rely on anyone else if you're lying to yourself first? Are there any goals that you made for yourself in June that just didn't work out, or you've decided you want to rewrite them or come up with another way to reimagine them for July? And lastly, if you could write a love letter to your June self, what would it say? I had the opportunity in the month of June to be inspired by so many amazing women. Lindsay Sterling, I went to her concert at Red Rocks, and she gave me this perspective on life that I didn't even think I could get from a violinist, to be quite frank with you. I didn't even know she was going to hit me with this deep ass. She made the comment that upgrading your life is uncomfortable. You never know what's going to happen in your life that changes who you are and changes your perspective on the world around you. And if I could leave one piece of memory, one lesson learned from the month of June, it's that I deserve everything in this world that I want. There's nothing I'm not deserving of, there's nothing that is outside of my reach. I am capable. You are capable. And I think with all the negativity going on right now, I have found myself in this really awkward and uncomfortable situation of, where does this leave me? Do I stay quiet? Do I speak up? What are my values? Who gave me those values? Are those my values? Are those values that were placed onto me? You need to allow yourself the time to reflect and really get to know who you are in the stage of your life that you're in today. And I feel like we carry so much baggage month to month, year to year, relationship to relationship, that sometimes we genuinely forget who we are. And today I just want to remind you that it's okay to be uncomfortable in the version of yourself that you are in today. You are still growing into her. As women, we always talk down on ourselves and we don't allow ourselves that freedom and that opportunity to grow into the next version of ourselves until we feel 100% ready. And today, you're ready. You showed up and you're working on becoming her. I always want to just put this on my chest, but I always feel like it messes up the sound. Does that sound okay? We'll see in editing if this sounds any better. Now that we've cleared up some of that mental clutter of everything that happened in June, we put her to bed and we say hello to July. As we begin goal setting and looking ahead into the new month, I want you to focus on July, not May, not December, not 2026, July of 2025. And I know we have so many goals and we're so excited for everything we're going to accomplish this year, but I promise you it's so much easier to really zoom in to one thing in one area of our lives than trying to tackle every single department at once. And I'm sure you can understand why. I think with a lot of these getting our life back together videos, the main question that often is overlooked is, what does getting your life together look like for you? I am here to guide you on this journey, but you have to know what your end goal is. To help with that, I have a couple of things that really worked for me in the month of June that I'm bringing back for the month of July, and the first is ins and outs. What are everything or what is everything? I want you to make a list of all the things that happened last month that don't align with your dream self, that don't align with the woman that you want to become. And you can make that list as long as you would like, but I would recommend starting with 7 things because it's the 7th month. And what are 7 things that you would love to see for yourself in July? Oh, yeah, we're journaling together, girl. I need to take some notes too. So for me, I'll just share a couple of my ins and outs for this upcoming month. Ins, saying yes more. I feel like I've been so busy. Like I keep making myself busier than I need to be. And I feel like that's just an excuse to sit at home and rot in my bed. So I want to say more to opportunities, say more to experiences that align with the woman I want to become, even if that means overfilling my cup. And I think for me, sometimes I feel like I fill other people's cups before I fill my own. And that was one of my outs for last month. And I realized that it's not a negative to want to prioritize all of my hobbies and all of my interests and all of my goals. I don't know why society makes us feel badly for being passionate about the life that we're living, but that is no longer on my outs list. She is in. I also want to start dressing up more. I've started to kind of be a little bit negative. I started to participate in self-doubt and negative self-talk about my appearance. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to treat my body better because I only have one life. And I need to love me. I need to take care of me from the inside out. So that is a very, very strong in. And if you're struggling with body dysmorphia or, negative or intrusive self-thoughts, I promise you, if you stop scrolling on TikTok for like 3 weeks, you'll probably feel better about yourself. We can't all be bombshells entering the villa. And with that, the outs for July are self-doubt, self-sabotage, and not scheduling myself. I think I'm somebody who's just so go with the flow that I honestly go with the flow myself into a panic. I think we call that type B personality. I'm not too sure, but I am definitely someone who thrives the best in a routine, and I still haven't solidified one. So if anybody has any advice on how to solidify a routine, please let me know, because I'm fighting for my life out here. Next thing I want you to really think about as you are envisioning your future self is, what is one thing that you can do in the month of July to set yourself up for success in 2025? What is one of your things on your vision board that you can prioritize this month? Last month, I actually crossed something off my vision board. I love you guys. I literally hit 3,000 subscribers on my channel, and I don't even think I have thanked you for freaking being here. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for hanging out with me, because I don't really have a lot of friends. So this month, we are crossing off the bachelorette weekend, the best bachelorette weekend of all time. Angel and Corey's girls trip weekend. We are going to start making some progress towards that. If you've been following me for a while, you can see that I'm always on vacation. I'm always out of town. I'm always posting a video diary. And I really want to learn another language in 2025. It is a non-negotiable goal for me. Along with that, I am currently supposed to be working towards a certification for work. Like, are you seeing in real time how hard it is to take a big goal and make it bite-sized? It is not easy. I never want you to come on my channel and think I have everything figured out, because I do not. Let me write these things down before I forget what I said I was gonna do. So it seems like a lot of the things I want to work on in July are shit I was supposed to do in June and I didn't get done. With that, I also want you to take this time to identify 7 goals that you have for yourself in July. They don't have to be big. They don't have to be out of this world. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. So think of those small things that if you do now will set you up for success later. Like for me, if I could clean this monstrous room of mine, I'd probably feel a lot better in my day-to-day life. Little things are so heavily overlooked on our journey to change, on our journey to get our lives together, because our society doesn't value the small things. People don't care when you lost a pound. People don't care when you lost 5 pounds. When you've lost 30 pounds, people might start listening to you. If you lose 100 pounds, it's incredible. You can't lose 100 pounds without losing 1. So allow yourself, in whatever you do, to appreciate the small things. And if you struggle, like me, to find a way to make your dreams tangible, go to our lovely friend ChatGPT, type in all your goals for 2025, and say, break these down into bite-sized pieces. I probably should do that. I just thought of that. That's actually a really amazing idea that I'm going to be doing that myself. And the last thing that I really loved about June was giving myself a word of the month. My theme for the month of June was I can. I think my theme for July is going to be consistency. Last month, we proved to ourselves that we can do the things that we want to do. We can show up for ourselves when we have a schedule and we make a plan and we focus on one bucket of goals. I want to see if I stay consistent to everything that I did in June and add on my July goals, what August will look like for me. As we begin to transition into July, I just want you to remember that you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't need to know every single piece of the puzzle that's going to set you up for July. All you need to know is that every step you take brings you closer to the woman of your dreams. And that's why we're doing this. This isn't about being perfect. The closer you are to something, We don't see all this. We don't need rose-colored glasses in our lives. You need to be honest with yourself and allow yourself to grow at your own speed. There's no comparison, there's no right or wrong way to get your life together. You just do it. I am so tired of just surviving and barely keeping my head above water. July is the month where you start thriving instead of surviving. This month is about learning how to live again, learning how to live in the version of yourself that you want to become. I want you to move slowly. I want you to move intentionally. I want you to be honest. And I want you to show up for your future self every single day and everything that you do. Now that we've got some clarity about who we want to be in July of 2025, I want to encourage you to make your July vision board. Now, your July vision board isn't for your dream life or the dream version of yourself that you're working towards. It's for your real life. It's for who you are today, what you want to see in the next 30 days. 30 days, that's September, April, June, and November. The next 31 days. As always, your vision board isn't about curating some picture perfect vision. It's about being real. It's about finding images and quotes and things that speak to you. My July vision board, as I've told you, the word of the month is shenanigans, and my July vision board is all about putting myself out there and experiencing and allowing myself to feel again, allowing myself to be rejuvenated. Allow yourself to be inspired and excited for the month to come based off of your vision board. Your vision board should be so fun that you're itching for July to start. As always, I'll share my vision board with you guys here. This month, I really focused my vision board around the activities and the places I'll be going in July. This month, the girls and I are going to New York. We're going to Fort Lauderdale for my bachelorette party, and I'll be going to Orlando for my wedding dress fitting, my first wedding dress fitting. I can't. So there's a lot of feelings in the air, and there's so many emotions that will be running through my body in July. And I just want to have something to keep me excited as I'm going through all these changes so I don't forget what I'm working towards. Everything that I feel and I want for myself, I just want to see it in my vision board. And you can make it your background on your phone, the desktop, wallpaper on your laptop, wherever you're going to have the opportunity to inspire yourself time and time again. Before you go, thank you so much for hanging out with me and getting our July goals all figured out. Please come back and check on me next month to see how I did, and I'm so excited to hear all about your goals for the month of July in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again next Sunday with another video. Bye.